Hello everybody, a long time no see. I know I've been promising this video for quite a while now. I decided to make my first YouTube video an introductory video, which is gonna be about me and my channel. First of all, I want to introduce myself. So my name is Yava and I'm a current PhD student specialized in neuroimaging and neuroscience. More specifically, my PhD is about hemispheric language dominance. But I'm not gonna go deep into this because I have only started this degree this year. I only had two meetings. Just two meetings. I haven't really started my research theoretically. During my PhD course, I will probably be involved in COVID-19 research. So I have some COVID-19 content coming up as well. I have a background in molecular biology and genetics too, because I have studied it as my bachelor's degree, and I did study neuroimaging in my master's degrees. So I'm kind of in love with science. I love science so much. And the idea of actually creating this YouTube channel came after COVID-19. We were all on lockdown and I just miss my science so much. It's not that I missed my course because I was still studying remotely, but as you probably know, if you followed me on social media before lockdown, you probably know that I'm really actively involved in science communication. So I love going to science events, raising awareness about certain topics, and just explaining certain science stuff to people. Really missing that, and I realized that now when we are on lockdown, even if everything is kind of open, no events are going on. So I think it's quite important to talk about science. Some things I dealt with in my in-person conversation during the science events, where people that are so inconfident, they just hate science, to be honest. People would come to my stand and would be just basically looking around, and I would be asking, do you want to find out what is this, or do you want to do a quiz, or have you ever heard about this process before? And you're like, oh, no bother, I'm just looking around. I wouldn't understand a word if you tried to explain me. But then I was like, okay, no, calm down. I am here for you because I am here for you to understand. I just want to make sure you leave this stand by finding out something new. So this is what I want to do with this channel as well. I will be talking about those general topics, general stuff we face every day. For example, I have my plans talking about stress, so I would be talking about science behind stress, or sports. I would be talking science behind sports. And what's really interesting is I was thinking about new research, things that has been discovered maybe 1 month ago, maybe 1 year ago. But you know, certain things, certain science papers are not really available to general public. You have to pay loads of money in order to access those papers, unless you cheat and use some weird websites. But in generally, you can't really access those papers, and the books in a library are quite old usually, and they don't involve the new science research. So it's really important just talking about science and educating people and making them feel more confident, because you know what, you're not a loser just because you didn't get 100 from physics or biology in your high school. You shouldn't lose your confidence just because you didn't understand chemistry table in your high school, or you didn't understand biology, or you get asked to just, even read from the books, because let's be honest, some of the books are really boring. So I'm gonna try to make science cool again. Yeah, so my science channel will be targeted to people that actually not only are scientists or interested in science, but people that you know, wouldn't usually open the article on Facebook about science. I would be targeting everybody because I feel like, as I mentioned before, people are just really traumatized from their high school because they feel like this whole science field is a big, big, dark forest, which is quite true, but you don't need to understand every single thing in science in order to have a grasp of certain subjects and be educated on the new science research. So yeah, uh, to conclude my short video, I'm just gonna briefly talk about certain things I've been asked after I posted my channel, and people ask me in real life certain questions. So I'm just gonna be answering those because I feel like people will be probably interested. So first question was about COVID-19 research. So as I talked in the beginning of this video, I might be doing COVID-19 video, but I'm not 100% certain because of the current situation, and loads of research is coming up every month, every week. So I have to be really up to date in order to make a proper video because I don't want to mumble around and tell you something you already know, or just don't know. I just don't want to talk something I don't really know, if that makes sense. And don't get me wrong, just because I don't know certain things about science doesn't make me unqualified, and I want to make those things really clear because people usually, if they know that you're a biologist or you have a PhD in biology or you're studying PhD or you're a medical student, whatever, they would think that you know everything. It's not the case. Medical students don't know everything about genetics or magnetic resonance imaging. Same as I don't know everything about neuroanatomy. And you can't expect us to know everything. And things are not clear where research is ongoing. So it's really funny when people try to convince me, oh yeah, Lucy told me that vaccine is gonna cause me having acne or whatever crazy thing. I'm not gonna be talking about things I don't really know. And just because I read one paper or I know something about it, I won't be talking about it unless I know enough to make a video. So I just want to make it clear, I'll be talking about science facts and factual information instead of opinion. So I'm not going to be pushing my opinion. If you think that believing in science is my opinion, then yes, I will be talking about it, but I wouldn't push my view because loads of new research is surrounded by those different papers and different discoveries, meaning that you can believe one side or another, but some things are really certain and science-based, and some people still choose to believe Lucy. Sorry for saying Lucy. People usually use the word Karen. I feel like Karen's a bit boring, and I decided to use Lucy because she was always in my English books in my primary school. Anyway, sorry Lucy if you're watching. That's the last thing. Since I mentioned those, since I mentioned the fact that scientists are not specialized in every single biology field, I want to mention the fact that I'm not going to be talking about conspiracy theories because this was the question that's been asked. And I know it's really interesting topic, especially people that believe in conspiracy theories. It must be really, really hot topic, and those people must be really excited about it. But conspiracy theory is, this whole term is basically something that you don't know if it's true or not, but a certain theory that hasn't been proven by facts or science. So just the term conspiracy theory, it describes itself. Like, it's not science. I don't need any other science to prove that it's not true, because every science paper would say that, oh, it's not true, or there would be no science papers talking about conspiracy theories. But I don't have anything against people that believe in them, and I don't want to having those backlash because I talk about it. But it's just something I believe in, and I'm not gonna push my opinion to you. I'm just gonna be introducing you to science, and it's your choice. You can believe science or you can believe anything else. You don't have to believe Karen, you don't have to believe science, you don't have to believe anything. I think the most important thing is to have your own critical thinking, and every time you read something, especially on internet. Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and I'm really grateful for the ones that already subscribed to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe. It would really help me with algorithm. YouTube is a really competitive platform. I just want to make sure I reach as many people as I can. Education is cool. That's my concluding remarks. Education is cool, science is cool, it's not boring, it's not complicated, and I'm gonna prove it to you.